Everyone, my name is Bubble Zest and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. In today's video we're playing as South Africa attempting to get the achievements Crusader Kings 2, as well as rule Britannia and I am the Tongue Master. Now those other two achievements are very hard and surprisingly old, but very few people have gotten them, so we definitely got a lot to do. Let's start up with this army and disband this army. We're going to have to flip very quickly. Now let's build some military factories in Natal. For our research, we are definitely going to need sub 1. Now we have a good boost for that, and now we'll just get some industry. Focus, we are going to abandon Westminster. Now we're going to go to speed 5 and begin. Right, we've begun to abandon Westminster, and now of course we shall empower the workers. We have to go communist for this. We eventually will go down to anti-colonialist crusade. Right, that's early sub done. Now we're going to grab electronic mechanical engineering where we still have the boost, and once we do that to get basic machine tools, we'll be going down concentrated industry today. We definitely need the output more. There we go, that's the workers empowered. Now we're going to hire the communist revolutionary. Now we're going to save and not do a focus until we can prepare for civil war, which shouldn't be too long. Just need to get a bit of support and a bit more political power, but we're getting 2 a day, so it should only be a few extra days. There we go, we've opened up political discourse, and now we'll just wait until we can expand civil support, and then we'll continue down focus. We need to flip as soon as we can. There we go. Now we will repeal the Native Representation Act. We've got electronic mechanical computing, so we'll grab some construction 1, which has a nice boost as well. Now we hope to fire the civil war as soon as we can. But of course we need to get our stability low to fire it. And that's also why we disbanded our army. There we go, that's the Native Representation Act done, and now we'll ignite our civil war. There we go. As you can see also, we've managed to successfully get rid of this nasty national spirit that I'm not going to bother pronouncing it. But simply, it's a minus 10% factory and dockyard output, but we still have the positive of black volunteers. So that's pretty nice. Now what we're just going to do is train up a few of these district forces, our large division. 5 will do, I think, and then we'll deploy them and then take out South Africa. Now don't do any focus for the moment, it's important that we don't. Also additionally, since we've now ignited our civil war, we're going to justify on Spain. Yep, we're going back into Iberia. There we go, our division is ready, let's just deploy it, wait a few days, there we go, now it's got now send it to Cape Town, and now we'll do support Spain, ironically, since for some reason we want to kill them but also help them. South African politics are weird. And there you go, there's the end of our civil war, we have broken free from the British. Pretty nice. Now we'll just get a few more divisions out, we're going to need a few, probably around 10. There we go. We'll slowly try and change this template over because as you can see it's only a 12 width, that's not going to do obviously. But for now, we'll just need to build up and wait for our war with Spain to begin. In fact, also we're about to get support Spain. Now there you go, you get 3 options. You can send volunteers, you can send some of your troops to join them, or you could not bother. Now you should do the manpower option as you'll get a nice national spirit after the Spanish Civil War. So 5,000 manpower, nice trade. Now for focus, what we're going to do is see with Defence Force all the way down to expand into Simon's Town base. And we're going to do it by disrupting the trade. Additionally, we're going to justify on the Dutch East Indies. With C with Defence Force done, we're of course just going to do disrupt the trade. Next, we're going to build bathtubs. If you don't know, a bathtub is a sub, usually sub 1. Just an engine and torpedo tubes, there we go. We'll spam out as many of those as we can get, and also buy some extra steel to make sure we build them as efficiently as we can. Now, we are not going to get the best naval supremacy from these, but we are not going to be able to build much better. But simply, we're going to hope to get naval supremacy over Britain using the worst subs possible and a little bit of luck. Which is fine, the AI is quite stupid and will usually withdraw its troops for no reason. I'm only training the troops up that I used during the Civil War so they're at least level 2, so they don't have the negative modifier in combat. We're not really going to train the rest of the units up, we don't have the equipment to do it. As you can see, bit of a deficit. Let's disrupt the trade, of course we'll expand Simon's Town base, and with our next batch of political power we're going to hire the silent workforce, always a good idea. Right, it's 30 days until our war with Spain starts. Now we're going to improve relations with Italy and Germany for Lend-Lease. We've also got military access and a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union for the same effect. Right, that's our justification on the Republicans. Let's immediately execute it. And immediately also do the famous Lend-Lease requests. Always need more guns, always want more guns. And of course we're going to get military access from the Nationalists, who for some reason are led by Primo de Rivera, who is dead, but very well. 1,500 guns, 2,000, 1,000. Nice. Right, we're going to have to plan our naval invasions now, as that's what's required of us. So first we'll do our invasion into the UK, do the standard hit Cardiff, hit Bristol, nothing wrong with that. But also we're going to have to plan our invasion into the Netherlands. Yes, we are hoping to take the Dutch East Indies with 12 whips. Yes, I'm scared too, but oh well. We'll hit from Oviedo all the way from around Amsterdam and Rotterdam. We need to take both of them for them to capitulate. So we'll have a few naval invasions around here, and then we'll hit 2 around the north, just to distract the Netherlands' AI. As we get units, we'll assign them to them. As you can see, we have 5 units to start. So we'll assign a few of them to this naval invasion. And as we get more, we'll assign more. Now, Rotterdam will likely be defended, which is annoying, but nothing we can do. We should hope to try and expand our divisions slightly, but of course, we don't know how it will go. But as long as we can take Rotterdam and Amsterdam, we should be okay. As you can see, look, it's one of the largest victory points in the game. 40 and 20. Only London and like a few others are bigger. Look, London is 50, Berlin is 50. Now, we have expanded Simon's town base. Oh, well, we could burn the King's portrait. I'm going to go down to around the University of South Africa, so South African Railways. I'm going to go via expanding the mining industry for the free civilian factories. Then we'll do infrastructure efforts. We'll get both of these, armament effort and South African steel. Expand the Rand mines, Victoria Arms, and then expand the university. But if time runs out, we'll try and do things like burn the King's portraits and anti-colonialist crusade. But it's not that important that we do either of them, actually. Well, not yet, at least. The main thing for us is just trying to get as many guns as we can and hoping that these Republicans last as long as we can. Oh, there's our first bathtub. Let's assign Guy Halifax to them and send them to Asturias. And put all new subs into this reserve fleet. If you have to get rid of a division or two to make the sub deploy, I recommend you do it. Now that we have guns flowing in, we're also going to switch around our production. We're going to keep one military factory on guns, but we're going to put the rest into artillery. Right, we've done South African Railways. We're going to make a brief detour to Special Service Battalion. The XP and the Land Doctrine boost is always very nice. With our next amount of political power, Military Theorist, always nice. I need the XP. I always need the more of the XP. Just change the units around to be just slightly bigger and slightly more elite. And anyway, the divisions aren't here anyway, so even though our justification on the Just East Indies is almost done, it doesn't matter. See? There you go. Just need to wait for these units to show up. Probably get rid of a few of our divisions, but the other ones can be reinforced. There they go, fully orged. Now put our small navy on strike force in these 3 sea zones and let them go. Don't worry, the Dutch for some reason does not put their units out. Time to go. We're probably going to have to make good use of force attack, but that's okay. Rotterdam will be the harder fight. That's usually what happens annoyingly, but what can you do? As you can see there, it's happened again. And there we go, the Netherlands is dead. Thank goodness. Now hopefully this battle should be the hardest one for us to fight. Now to start, we're going to take Suriname and Curaçao. Always nice to take for the resources. Now we'll just pass a few times and satellite the Dutch East Indies. We're going to leave the continental Netherlands alone. No reason to deal with them. And done. There we go, that's the achievement I am the Tong Master, as we, as South Africa, have a puppet. Now, let's switch over to the Dutch East Indies. Yet again, copy the infantry division, change it to be an 8-1 with support artillery. There we go. Just get rid of them. Now we'll just train 72 of these. Oh, a bit too many. There we go. Now we'll get rid of these guys. Start asking again and again and again for Lend-Lease. We have a few more convoys now, so we're also going to start asking Japan and Venezuela for help. Venezuela usually gives the worst guns, but we just need guns at this point, so I'm not going to complain about it. So let's start improving relations with Japan and Venezuela. Don't get rid of these 14 divisions for now. We need them, at least until the Indonesian divisions come out, so we can assign them to the UK. And now we'll just take Guy Halifax of Strike Force. Still can't believe his name is actually Guy Halifax. Well, look at this. Germany's given us some Austrian equipment, I believe. The M9530. I always like it when after Anschluss Germany can give you some Austrian equipment. I just think it's funny. I just realised world tension is a bit high. High enough actually for France to help us. Let's see if we can't get some French Lend-Lease. Again, mostly just curiosity's sake. What can France give us? Looks like guns won, but a nice amount of artillery. Can't complain about that. Let's keep improving relations for as long as this can go on for. I see no problem with that. The Spanish Civil War is clearly winding down, but if we could get one more delivery from everyone, I think I could accept that. To be fair also, we're doing very good for guns now. Alright, South African steel done, we no longer need to actually buy steel. A good amount in reserve. Let's maximise our production of artillery and buy some tungsten from the Soviet Union, as we have no intentions of going to war with them. Now we have 100 political power. We don't really have the best army high command, but I think the army regrouping guy will come in useful eventually, so we'll hire him. Look at that, this Spanish Civil War will end the moment Madrid falls, but as long as it doesn't, the guns will keep rolling in. I can't complain about that. Oh, we seem to have some Indonesians willing to fight for us, so let's deploy them. Obviously, one of one run. There we go, there's 14 of them. Let's just begin to slowly assign them to the naval invasion of Britain. There we go, there's 2. 4. 6. 8. And 10. Now we can get rid of the actual South Africans fighting. There you go. And assign them all there. We'll send everyone all the way. How are they still fighting? Oh, come on, hold out for 3 more days. I could get one more French artillery delivery. Oh, there they go. They heard me. Crap. Oh well. We've pretty much managed to fuel our army and we'll get the artillery we need easily. So, this has been a very successful Spanish Civil War, I'd say. We managed to fuel our army. Oh, build some more. Go. Just mills, 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 mills. So we'll send the first 24 to La Coruña, we'll send the next 24 to Oviedo, and then we'll send the next 24 and the final one onto our border. Now this is why sending volunteers to Spain was useful. Look at this unique event. Look at that. Division organisation plus 5%. Now for 5,000 manpower, I think that is an unbelievable trade. So thank you very much, even though none of you should be fighting. Oh well. Now we're just going to continue down to Pretoria Arms, expand the landmines, and fund the university. Finally, we've funded the University of South Africa, so of course let's expand the landmines. We're going to use this to get more soft attack via interwar artillery. Our artillery is coming on rather well. Might be a bit short by the time war starts, but that's okay. We don't need an exact amount. We just need enough. And we're doing things like getting concentrated 2.5 arch machine tools, so I think we'll just be on the cusp, but okay. There we go, there's some mines, and now let's burn some portraits. There we go, we have now created the next 24. Now, what we need to do is, for the next 24, is we're going to put them on the South African border with Britain. Obviously, the last thing we need is for Britain just to walk it in. That's Not going to be a way to victory, personally. So we'll just deploy the next sort. God, we've got 2 generals that are politically connected, and one that's full of himself. We're not getting lucky with our rolls today. Also, I hired a generic guy to be our field marshal. I think having George, our only unique general, be the one who actually takes Britain will be better for us. We need as many advantages as we can get. Right, we've burnt the king's portraits, despite being independent for a few years at this point. We must clearly hold a grudge. So let's have some equal opportunity employment. Like I said, for some reason doing the Native Representation Act during the Civil War means we don't actually have this spirit here. I don't know why, but I'm not going to complain about it. I assume it's some sort of oversight glitch, how like Yugoslavia used to lose all of its national spirits in a civil war. Keep that quiet from Paradox though. Oh, there's something so wrong about Malin being a backroom backstabber being able to be hired by a communist party. I'm going to do it. Just for a time, I've moved some of my units out of Oviedo. The reason seems to be because it's no longer a core of the nationalists and fast units are attritioning for some reason. I'll move them back near the start of the war, but for now I do not want to waste artillery unnecessarily. Look, we're only just on the cusp of getting a positive amount, for goodness sake. We have a good amount of guns too. There's our final 24. Now, we don't actually need 2 of these extra divisions. And what we're going to do when they're ready, we're going to send them to Suriname and Curacao. No need to lose them unnecessarily. Going to hire the army maneuver expert. Why not? Oh, there's the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. 70 days, and it will begin. We're going to work down to strengthening the Cape Garrison artillery. Oh, that stands to go war. And Germany has done it. And we've got submarine warfare. Now we're just going to wait until Germany kills Poland and goes to war with the Benelux before we get involved. Save scum if you got them. Oh, there goes Poland at last. Germany should be justifying in a minute. Oh, yep, there they go. Now we're going to do the standard justifying France with French Guiana. Hopefully that somewhat distracts the AI. Justification is ready, but Germany has not killed France. Very well, it looks like we're going to have to wait just that bit longer. Unfortunately, it looks like we're out of time. Our justification will expire tomorrow, so declare war. And the UK has been called in, but we've left port. That's pretty fortunate. Germany wants us in the Axis, may as well join a new friend. Don't worry, it won't affect the achievement. Who the hell is trying to naval invade us? No one, exactly. We'll just put these boys on a regular front line for the moment, and we'll justify in Portugal. We still need their colonies too. I think our landfall should be okay. There finally goes Belgium, and our landfall is contested. Very well, looks like it's the return of force attack. But the UK's done something that you are never meant to do. Not garrison your ports properly. And thank you for Bristol for nothing. Right, we're running low on time. We need to do this quickly. Let's get the boys over. Luckily, it looks like we're also about to take Cardiff. Yeah, I question Portuguese sovereignty too. There we go, we finally made landfall. Took us long enough. Additionally, we're going to very, very slightly change our frontline order. We're not going to defend the Caprivi Strip, I can live without it. But we are going to place our boys on a fallback line like this, so once we declare war on Portugal, we will be okay. Still can't believe you haven't killed France, Germany. There we go, we made landfall. Looks like the UK is still very lightly defended, probably because they're very stretched out. There we go, we'll put a front line, get our boys in order, and we'll go and get them. Oh, thank you for that, UK. You've given us an open goal. Right, that's Anti-Colonialist Crusade, and I think the game has kicked me from the Axis, and I'm not sure why. But for some reason, I think the game still thinks I'm in the Axis. Look at this, I can see all of Germany's troops, I can see all of Italy's, all of Hungary's. I think the game doesn't know I'm not in the Axis. I think this is a glitch. And I think that's pretty cool. But oh well, it doesn't really matter for this achievement run, we just need to get our war score up, of course. In fact, our justification in Portugal should be ready. Yep. Tomorrow, pretty much. There we go. Our justification is ready. What we'll do is just declare war. They'll join the Allies. There they go. Now we'll just create one solid front line and push forward. We just need to take a tile or two of Portugal's, and then we'll be okay. As long as Portugal's in the peace deal, we will be fine. I'm not going to do the Union of the African People just yet. I'm going to demand Madagascar. Ooh, this is a unique event after demanding Madagascar. Let's see what happens. Huh. We got Madagascar. The funny thing is, we can't even liberate it via the Anti-Colonialist Crusade decisions, as we didn't get the Comoro Island, so it was literally pointless. Now let's start the Union of African People. We're going to finish up soon enough. We now lead the conference, which is good enough for me. And I do believe the US is doing destroyers for bases. Yep. And that's usually the time I want to finish for this. But of course, we'll keep destroying. Who capitulated Portugal? Oh my god. The Axis naval invaded Portugal! Right. 46% of the war score, it's time to stop. So, if you want the achievement rule Britannia as well, you just need to make sure you control the UK for a second. So we'll just take all of the remaining VPs up in the north, Port and Plymouth and the like. Northern Ireland does not count for this. There you go, now we'll just take London and that will be it. There you go. For 1 second, we could entirely control the British Isles as one of the former dominions. Time for the peace deal. The UK has capitulated. Now, for the achievement Crusader Kings, we need to release a lot of South African nations, so we will make sure in the first round to immediately take all that we need. Now, we don't need to release all of Africa, that's misleading, but we do need to release a lot of the South, like Zambia, Harare, sorry for mispronouncing that, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Angola, Mozambique, Zaire, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania and Kenya, and that will do us for this achievement. But we'll see as much as Africa as we could take, because to destroy the colonialism, we need to do colonialism. We'll also make sure that the UK is our puppet and in our faction. We don't need to hold one for the achievement, it will fire as long as they're in our faction, which is good enough for me. And there you go, that's the peace deal. And now we are going to immediately hit the button for Anti-Colonialist Crusade to release all these nations. Now remember, you have to do it this way or the achievement will not fire. There we go, we have a lot of them to do because we liberated a lot of Africa. There you go, in 180 days we should pretty much get the achievement. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, and just for extra political irony, I puppeted the Netherlands. We're back! All the way back from the Cape. There you go, there's the Union of the African People. Now we just wait. We don't even need to do all these weird liberations, which is weird because they've already been liberated. We can get a war goal against our own puppets now. And on today's episode of What Thing Has the AI Done? Italy didn't take Thrace. So now we have Bulgaria just to find on them, and they'll probably join the Comintern because Operation Barbarossa is coming. So yeah, and now Yugoslavia is going to die. There we go. Now it's time for all these African nations to receive their freedom, and of course we will welcome them with open arms. I'm just kidding. We're going to puppet them. And there you go. We have accomplished Crusader Kings 2. Let's just quickly give back North Angola, because for some reason we still own it. Shows how much this has been changed in the 5 or so years since this was added to Hearts of Iron 4. But oh well, we could just return it to them. There you go. And there we go. We have accomplished the achievement Crusader Kings 2, as we have released all the African nations that were meant to via the focus, and we have a puppet who controls London. This achievement, along with Britannia, are known for being very hard, so I do hope that this guide can help some of those who've never done it give it a go. It is fun in some regards. It's not the worst achievement to do. It's surprising how many achievements can be broken by the words Spain, Lend-Lease and Dutch East Indies, but I'm not going to complain. I didn't want to go all the way through Africa anyway. This was much more fun to me. If you're going to continue this game, the next step of course would be to prepare for War of Japan. Now it looks like China is about to kick Japan out, but they still have some spots to clear up. But don't forget you have the UK as a puppet, so that should even the odds, and taking Japan as a puppet should not be too hard. So yes, we have accomplished the achievements I am the Tongue Master, Rule Britannia, Crusader Kings 2, we have destroyed African colonialism and replaced it with African colonialism. I thank you for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Leave any suggestions in the comments below. Always looking for new video ideas. But this has been me, Bubble Zest, and goodbye.